Hello, and welcome to the Videography Podcast. Hello, and welcome back in 2022 to the updated and revived version of the Videography Podcast. Hello, I am your host, Matt, back here once again in a new year, a new age, new times. So, first of all, I'd like to kick off and say I'm so sorry for not being here with you. I've had to take personal time to myself. I was stuck in a creative crossroads. I think I had overburnt myself, and now feels the perfect time to literally return. First and foremost, this channel, I didn't mean to leave abandoned, but I would just like to thank all the contributors that had made it such successful times, from Ali Tori to, of course, to Joe, to Nathan, to everyone who literally had been contributing from either acting or writing or personally people that have just been a part of me. I thank you so much for your support. So, where do we begin? We have been in now officially 2 years of this chaotic chaos we have been thrown in on, and personally, I've just come to groan and accept it. I am hoping for brighter times ahead. Like, of course, got stuff coming up, but we're trying to stay safe and trying to enjoy ourselves. But I suppose as creatives, that's our job. So, first and foremost, I have been enjoying so much stuff. I enjoyed last year's series of The Flash, Armageddon, Doctor Who Flux, Big Finish, The Book of Boba Fett. Of course, there is amazing variety of movies like The Last Night in Soho. I had just recently seen The House of Gucci after No Way Home. 2022 is kicking off with a bang, and I just want to say I'm going to be trying my hardest to get organised and be in a lot of these a lot more frequent and a lot more regular. First and foremost, my views are completely my own. I have never changed my standpoint. I have now gone a little bit more critical than I used to be, but I am critiquing. I will look at something and say, is this right? Is this not right? Oh, sorry. Like that, for example. When I said, is this right? Is this right? I will literally now pick myself back up and say, like, things like, no, that was wrong. Or is it right? Because sometimes in life, you just take things way too seriously, and I would just, for the record, I have never took life serious, because if you do, then I just find you get just overly whelmed and just consumed by things. So, yeah, here we go. First of all, Doctor Who The Flux. Massive division again, and personally, I really have enjoyed it. I don't think it's what it's made out to be. The story isn't even complete, and all I see every day is just about the ratings, the ratings, and I will repeat myself what I say on social media. If ratings was the defined thing, you could look back at Peter Capaldi's time, you could look back at any television now. Social media, now that we're in, we are literally using our platforms to spread so much information, and sometimes there is a heck of a lot of misinformation, misconception. But to me personally, what I will bring to you, the audience, is my views, my takes, and personally, for me, I honestly don't buy any of that stuff. If you said to me Doctor Who Flux was really bad because of the writing or the direction, then that's completely fair enough. That's on your own personal take. For me, someone like me, Flux was never like that. I just saw it as a fun old adventure, but each to their own. If you didn't like it, that's your opinion. You are entitled as much as the next person to have a voice. If you like the cast, you've liked the crew, but you don't like what's the word? If you don't like honestly the performers because of the showrunner, that's fair play to you. I'm not going to judge you badly for that. But when I see people literally just saying it's bad without giving it a chance, I just always say, how do you know it's bad unless you give it a try? All I say to you is watch a couple of episodes or just try anything and then write it off if you don't like it. Simple as. If you just base your own judgment or your own views on another person's views than your own, all I can say to you very politely, just do me a favour. Um, could you just try it and then come back to me? If you still dislike it, fair enough, handshake, handshake. Um, so for so many people out there that go on about like all these battles, all these things. Like, I'll just say to you what the show's philosophy is brought upon. It's about being kind, it's being supportive, and it's about appreciating the change that comes with each Doctor and each incarnation. I have been a fan since 2003, and honestly, to me, I grew up around the Ninth Doctor, the Fourth Doctor, the Schalke Doctor, the 10th Doctor. I've literally have grown up with this amazing, amazing franchise, and it just saddens me sometimes just seeing the division in it. And to be honest, am I gutted Jodie is going this year? Absolutely. But each Doctor I've grown more of a fondness for as the older I've gotten, and personally, will I miss her? Yes, of course. Do I believe in the shipping of Phasmin? Well, I'm quite funny when it comes to ships of Doctor Who. I am both for it and both not for it, if you know. I mean, if you ship it, fair enough. I mean, who am I to deny you? I mean, my personal take is the Doctor had a wife, like an original wife on Gallifrey, and then had a wife which became Professor of a Song. If you think the Doctor should move on and deal with Yaz, all for you. I mean, to me personally, I'm quite happy that Yaz is finally coming out of the shell. Some think it's a too little, too late kind of card, but yeah, each their own. I mean, if you want to blame it on the storytelling, fair enough. But I really loved the way Phlox operated. From the moment Dan arrived into the TARDIS crew, John Bishop has literally been my spirit guide. And honestly, amazing. Absolutely amazing he is. Like, he literally could walk into a scenario, he can literally command the room. John Bishop is an amazing presence, and I think he just gelled so well with the established cast of like Jodie and Mandip. Will I be sad to see them go? Oh, absolutely I will, because we haven't had enough of this crew, and if they stayed for one more series like this, like, because we've had two with the original crew of the Doctor, Ryan, Graham, and Yaz. I would have at least liked one more with this crew and then for them to move on. But hey ho, it is what it is. Um, Personally, I'm looking forward to the Sea Devils. Yes, I can't wait to see them again because I'm going to be doing the rewatch of both their stories from the TV of John Pertwee's classic, The Sea Devils, and I'm going to try Peter Davison's Warriors of the Deep. I do remember it vaguely, but hey, I'm all for it. But yes, I can't wait to see that. And weekly, I've also been enjoying my annual listens to Big Finish because each day I have an audio book on now. Because when the TV show isn't on, that's literally my go-to because I've just re-listened to Phantasmagoria this week and I've forgotten how much I enjoyed it because sometimes I haven't heard them for a while and then it's always nice to have a treat and go back and like listen to them. It's like the TV series. I'm taking my time on the rewatches of the new series because now with Jodie going, I actually want to treat myself and ride this out this year because I want to do Capaldi and Jodie right before the Sin entry because I think series 10, when it aired all the way up to the one who felt 12. It's like one connected movie near the end. And then when you come into it and then you actually see like Jodie ending her time in Cappy's clothes after having a whole story in it, it's an amazing take on it, because usually the Doctors barely wear them for a couple of minutes and then move on to the next one. Personally though, I think it's a shame though, it's only 2 episodes left, but it is, as I say, what it is. We're going to come into the time of another Doctor soon, and I'll just say good luck. I can't wait to see what Russell is doing. I'm deadpan excited. Will I miss Jodie? Of course. I miss every incarnation of the Doctor. I'm not solely exclusive to one Doctor, because if I was, no, I don't give the others a chance. So I give every single Doctor a chance. And if you say to me it's about writing, it's about directing, none of that matters to me. I just love the fact that the story continues. Same as like the Book of Boba Fett. I'm liking the fact that it's 2 episodes in, and it's connected to prequels, it's connecting expanded media. I always notice those little stuff gets critiqued quite heavily. But if you're going to critique it, then please just watch it. It's only 2 chapters in of a 7-part series. Wait until the end before judging it like Flux. It's clear it isn't over, because Flux was continued in Eve of the Daleks. So with Boba, just because he is not purely 100% evil anymore, go back and watch Clone Wars. He never truly wanted to be a hunter, because Boba always wanted revenge on Mace Windu for what happened between him and the father, with like, because he got rid of Django, his dad. That is completely the reason why Boba grew up in the life that he did. Like, the Sands of Tatooine with the Tuscans, that's more of who I see Boba is since the Clone Wars happened. And it really changes the story, because when you see Empire or Jedi, he's never truly evil. He's just working for the Empire, or he's working for Jabba, because he doesn't really care, because he's a neutral person until he calls out the Sarlacc. But also, what I want to say, now that I'm coming back here into Doctor Who The Flux, very great run, visually beautiful. I love the Weeping Angel story, the War of the Sartarans, and the iconic Seer from Survivors of the Flux. I'm teasing you, man. It's just a legendary meme in his own right. Chris Chibnall, I can't fault him when he creates characters. Is there gripes with the story? Yes, there is. Most definitely. But every era of Doctor Who has it. I mean, look at Love and Monsters. It's now a debatable thing if it's actually a great story. Personally, the older I've gotten, I've had more of an affinity for Love and Monsters, because I don't focus on Peter Kay, the green monster who is literally Peter Kay himself in green paint and a thong. That's something I never thought I'd see with Doctor Who, but it's exactly how you envision the show. It's nutty, it's mad, it's not meant to be about lore of stuff. If you want to focus on lore with every single detail, look at Star Trek. It's a very progressive series, and Michael Burnham is one of the best Star Trek captains, because she isn't just the single captain. You've got her in an alien, you've got Mr. Saru. So to me, I find diversity is everything, because if you're saying it's all forced and it's all pushed upon you, I don't quite see it myself. I just see personally, I look at the characters, I look at the story, and if a character is acting a bit odd or a bit off, I always put it down to the writer. And with Yaz, it's taken her so long to find out more about herself. And do I think there's been a lot of changes in the Chibnall era? Yes. Does that take away my enjoyment? No. Honestly, I just think it's one of the best things you could possibly imagine. And will I watch The Flux again? Absolutely. I'm watching it this year when it comes closer to Jodie's regen, because I want to go in now, going back from like that massive journey, because watching Doctor Who is everything to me, because it got me through my childhood, it's got me through my adult, and plus with Big Finish, it helps me improve on the story. So I focus solely on that. Characters writing the direction, and I just think it's a beautiful blend sometimes when you just appreciate everything. I just listened to the 40 set from Big Finish. Apologies to listeners. I was exhausted while I heard it. So I was literally drained as an old boot. I was tired. I was literally not in the right mindset. I'm going to re listen, and that's the beautiful point with it. Is sometimes if it isn't for you and you can go back into it, then that is the wonderful thing. Whereas every franchise is limitless from the books, magazines. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. And everything is just like I can sit down. Sometimes I have struggled with reading, but when I sit down and read, I mean, I've read the whole ton of Victoria's books, and to me, I really enjoyed that. And sometimes I struggle with reading because I've not grown up around reading, and I just find it was an amazing challenge. Steve Cole, the writer of The Night, the Fall, and the Damned, and I hope I got that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. And I just think that was an amazing story because it was easygoing. It really piqued my interest, and I was leaping off every page. So yeah, I am a fan. I will take multi Doctor events. I will take nostalgia. I mean, look at No Way Home. It was so full of Spider-Man nostalgia, and it was amazing to me. And that's about it, really. Do I think that I'll be back this year? Absolutely. Yes, I will be back. So stay tuned, stay on this channel. I've got loads coming. I've got news, I've got audios I'm making. I'm fully back in full swing. And yeah, just enjoy, and I hope you all have a good upcoming year. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will try to be here when I can do. I mean, I was trying to get guests on and other bits, but it just didn't work out. I'm also seeming to be having trouble with my technology and that kind of stuff, so I'm trying to find alternatives. And if I do, well, you'll be first to know. Stay tuned and have a good day, good morning, good evening, wherever you all are. And thank you for joining again. I've been Matt, and once again, I've been your host this evening. Or again, as I said, whatever time zone you're in. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.